What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. It's a very warm day here in Pittsburgh today. It's cooking. I think maybe 95 degrees. So I'm in the office here, the Cosmic Alliance studio, as you may call it. Easy work day today. I got off a little early. I had some coworkers cover for me. Shout out to them. I had a job interview this afternoon, and it was my second interview with this company. And it went very well, very, very well, as did the first interview. But then they say to me, hey, can we do a third interview? And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm not one to toot my own horn, but I'm overqualified for this job, 100%. And you want to do a third interview? So I said, okay. And the lady, called me back this afternoon. My wife, love you so much, always tells me, you've got to recognize your worth. So I said to this lady, I said, look, I just don't have the time to be doing all these interviews. Unless you can offer me a job right now, I'm going to pass on the interview. And she said, well, best of luck to you. But it's not the best company anyway. It's a well-known company. I'm not going to say who they are just because I don't need to get into all that. But good company, good pay. But reading the people's reviews of the job on Reddit and Google and everything, it's a terrible job, but pays very well. But I don't understand why they need a third interview, so I just don't have the time. And it's hard to get coverage from work to do a job interview in the first place. And, you have to know your self-worth. And my wife, God bless her, she's that little angel on my shoulder, helping me make the best decisions possible. So I love you so much, honey. And this episode's for you. So this episode today. First, before I get into that, I want to talk. It was my birthday on Sunday. So my wife said, what do you want to do? So we went out and explored some flea markets in thrift stores and such. Because I love that stuff. Trust me, it's the funnest time in the world. Go to a thrift store if you're ever really bored. It's the best thing you can do to cheer yourself up. But we wound up at an old mall that had maybe a dozen stores in it, not a thriving place at all. But we found a store, and I'll give them a shout out on here because I loved it so much. It was called the Uniontown Liquidation Store. And I found this lovely Predator action figure. And you can see there, he's holding a spine that he obviously took from a victim. But I wanted to buy this because when I was in this store, I noticed it was a husband and wife running it. And they had a young boy, I'm assuming it was their son or nephew, running the register with a little iPad and making change for people too. I thought, how awesome. I wish more parents would do that, would teach their kids at a young age, basic job, functionality and how to be in a workplace and run a business. I thought that was awesome. So we checked out the store first, and I noticed this Predator, and it was pretty pricey. But I said, I want to support this family running this store because that is awesome that they're teaching their kid how to have a job at such a young age. So shout out to them. I believe it was called the Uniontown Liquidation Store. If you're ever in the area, I don't recommend the Uniontown Mall, but if you do wind up there, check out their store. But back to the purpose of this episode. Let's see if we can put him down without knocking him over. There you go. He'll probably fall over in a little bit, but okay, so this episode is for my wife, and to all women out there. This is going to be 10 movies in my collection with female leads. And obviously, some of the best movies out there, horror movies in particular, have female leads. Scream queens, as they call them. But these are just 10 in my collection. We'll do this episode many, many times throughout the course of the radio show. We're on YouTube. I listen to a lot of radio, that's why I said that. But let's get started. I will talk about some of these films. I've seen all but one of them, but we'll start with this first one. It's Evil Dead Rise. This came out maybe 2 years ago. Excellent film. Heavy female leads. And some of them are evil, and some of them are heroic, and there's buckets of blood, and there's just a good graphic time. Any Evil Dead movie is awesome. So they're always a win. But I bought this Blu-ray 2 years ago. I think I just got it through Amazon, but excellent excellent practical effects. I think there was no CGI in the movie from what I remember. All gooey, slimy practical effects, and boy, do I love that. And any true horror fan will agree that's how you do it. But this is a 4K Blu-ray, actually. And I've only watched the movie once. That's about all I needed to watch it. I will give it a rewatch, but let's take it out. Take a peek at it real fast. It's got your basic DVD. I think it's just one disc. Oh, there's two back there. So it is the Blu-ray and the 4K. Look at that. Shiny. There's also a digital code. I think I've already redeemed this, so if you're watching this and you want to try redeeming it, I don't think it's going to work. But I love redeeming the digital copies as well, because then I can just, if I'm bored somewhere, I can watch them on my phone, because it'll transfer to YouTube or whatever app. So don't throw away the digital copies. Always save them to your phone. And if you're stuck somewhere and bored, you can put on a movie, put on your headphones, and enjoy. As far as special features go, let's see what's going on in this. Not too many special features. It looks like it's just the movie. Is that a thing now? Did 4K releases not have that many special features? I'm not sure. But it is rated R, so this is not a family movie. Rated R for strong, bloody horror, violence, and gore in some language. So that's the kind of thing you're into. This is a good time. But I'm not seeing any special features on this. Does it list them on the slipcover? No, we're out of luck. I think it's just the digital copy. I guess that's the trade-off these days. They give you the digital copy and they say up yours with the special features. You got enough. But excellent film. If you're an Evil Dead fan and you haven't seen it, definitely recommend to check it out. Like I said, I saw it about 2 years ago and I thought it was great. And just like the 2012 Evil Dead release, no Ash. No Ash at all. That's no spoiler. Ash has done plenty, but I like that Evil Dead is taking the lead role to the females. I think that's great. So that is an excellent film, but let's move on. Oh, this one is not for the weak. So we're going to talk mainly about Hostel Part 2. Hostel and Hostel Part 2, excellent films if you haven't seen them. Pretty fantastic special effects, if I may say so myself. Practical effects. This is another one of those where there's not a whole lot of CGI, and there doesn't need to be, because if you know what the plot is, the plot is don't go to Europe. Not by yourself. Even with friends, don't go to Europe. Just stay away. Stay in America. But Hostel 2, I'm kidding, by the way. Go to Europe. Support whatever's going on in Europe. But Hostel 2 it has a female lead. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but it's basically Hostel 1, but it's a girls' trip this time. So if you know the plot, I won't spoil it, but if you know what happened, it's the same movie, just kind of females. And all but one of them make it, and she is pretty badass towards the end. She does some pretty gnarly things to better her situation. So I definitely recommend, if you haven't seen either of the Hostel films, check both of them out, but in particular Hostel 2, great female lead. I'm not too familiar with the actress. I could look her up and see what else she's been in, but I know she did a terrific job in this. It's a horror movie, so the writing is But if you're going to watch a movie like this, watch it for the practical effects, if that's what you're a fan of. If you're looking for an Oscar winner, this isn't it, but for maybe special effects it could be, because they are delicious. But let's take a look at the disc here, or the Blu-ray case, and see what the special features might be. Again, another Blu-ray that really doesn't have any special features. I guess that's the trade-off, since you're getting two movies in one. But take a good look at the cover. Hostel and Hostel 2. Here's the back as well. Gives a brief description of each movie. Let's take a look at the disc. All right. So we got two discs, and I believe it's a Blu-ray and a DVD combo pack. So you have both on one disc. So I guess I should hold that up a little higher so you could see. But cool movies, good effects. So if you're ever in the market for a movie with buckets of blood, this will do it for you. But let's move on. This one was good. Not the best film by any means, but definitely a good cast. So this one is called Afterlife. And phenomenal cast. You don't get better. The stars Christina Ricci, however you say it. She's an excellent actress. But this movie wasn't her best work. Now, if you're a fan of her for other reasons, I'd say you'd really like this movie, if you get my drift. So that there's some scenes in particular where you'll just enjoy them if you're a big fan of her. I mean, I try not to watch movies strictly for that. Some people are all about that, but definitely explicit. Justin Long is an amazing actor, too. My wife loves him. She loves listening to his YouTube shows and podcasts. You know what happens to him in every horror movie, so watch till the end. I'm not going to spoil anything. Liam Neeson playing the bad guy. It's not really a spoiler. If you kind of look at the cover, you can tell he's up to no good. Liam Neeson's always excellent, so if you like him, you'll love this movie. Not the best movie, but a really good concept. So I won't say anything else, but definitely check it out. If anything, for the cast, because there's a lot of good cast in this. But let's take a peek at the back there. Pretty much what's going on. Maybe someday I'll get a camera that can zoom in so everybody can take a better look at all this stuff. But now this does have special features. Hell yeah. Delving into the afterlife, the art of making a thriller. Audio commentary with co-writer-director. I can't pronounce the name. And then a theatrical trailer. So there's some value in this DVD. And this was an Anchor Bay release, so it looks like maybe probably an independent film. But a quick rundown of the plot. Christina Ricci is in a car accident, and she wakes up in a morgue, and the whole movie, you can't really tell if she's alive or dead, and Liam Neeson's the only one who can talk to her. I won't spoil the ending, but definitely check it out. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the disc real fast. There he is, the handsome devil Liam Neeson, front and center. And this is just your basic Blu-ray, so I'd check it out. I'll tell you guys if you should skip a movie. So, but definitely check this one out just for the cast. Moving along. Now, I have not seen this film, this next one. I found it at a Goodwill probably 3 years ago. It maybe was $1, and like I said, I collect all things horror, and especially DVDs and Blu-rays. Taking Lives with Angelina Jolie. I'm not the biggest fan of hers. She's in so much, but it's got to be a pretty good movie to watch it, for me to watch an Angelina Jolie movie. The last one I saw with her was some Marvel movie. I think it was called Eternals. I could be wrong, but it was terrible. It sucked. Skip that one. If I'm going to tell you, skip a movie, skip Eternals. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. I saw it in theaters. Total waste of money. I'll never watch that movie again. I wish I could erase it from my memory. This I have not seen yet, so I don't know if it's any good. You can sound off in the comments if you've seen it and you like it. But let's take a look at the plot. Your name, credit cards, life, it's the ultimate identity theft. An elusive serial killer has 20 years assumed his victim's identities, but now there's a breakthrough. And an FBI profiler, Elena Scott. Okay, so it's a mystery movie. Angelina Jolie works for the FBI. I haven't seen it, but Ebert and Roper give it 2 thumbs up. So maybe it's worth a watch. Tons of special features. There's too many to go through. So this is actually a cool DVD. It's got a lot of content on it. But let's open it up. Oh, rated R, by the way. Strong violence, including disturbing images, language, and some sexuality. But let's open her up and take a look at the disc. Taking Lives. Angelina Jolie. When did this even come out? It's got to be a 90s movie. 2004. I was wrong. But I will definitely catch it. If anybody can push me towards watching it sooner, let me know if it's any good. Moving on. Oh, I love this one. I don't think it did very well when it came out. I remember seeing the trailers for it when it came out, but I didn't watch it till about a year ago. And she's an excellent actress. Silent House with Elizabeth Olsen, aka what's her name from Marvel? Scarlet Witch. Yes, excellent film. What's cool about this film is that it's shot in one take. The whole thing was shot in one take. I don't know how they did that. That take a lot of coordination and cooperation, but props to them. That's very impressive. She's an amazing actress. Very pretty face. She's good in everything she does. I haven't watched a ton of her stuff. Mainly seen her in like WandaVision and the Avengers movies. And I can't remember. This was like a really sad show that got released on Facebook that she was in. I always wanted to watch it, but I never caught it. I think it came out during the pandemic, but regardless, she's amazing. So she did an excellent job in this. It's a very sort of claustrophobic sort of movie. Kind of gory at some parts. And the twist ending is okay. You kind of see it coming a little bit, but I won't spoil anything there. But definitely a good Blu-ray. I remember buying it. I found it at the used DVD store, maybe $3. So I picked it up instantly just because I knew it had been shot in one take, and I thought that's got to be wild to see. So let's check it out. Let's take a look at the back. Look at some of the special features. This one, it comes with a digital copy. Let me see if it's in the case. It does come with a digital copy. I bought this used, so I can't guarantee that the digital copy will work. But I could try to find the app that it correlates to and then try and redeem it later. Because somebody may have never redeemed it and get it on your phone, like I said before. Here's a disc. Silent House. Still working on the glare. Bear with me. Definitely an excellent movie. It says on the back here that there is an audio commentary. So if you do enjoy this film and you have the Blu-ray, you can also enjoy the audio commentary and learn a little bit more about the film. I might actually do that since it's unique that it was shot in one take. So might deserve a rewatch sooner or later. Let's move on again. Now, this is one of the more popular ones that's come out in the past couple of years. If you're familiar with Mia Goth, she's a handful. I love every movie she's in. This was my first movie that I watched with her in it, X, which is kind of like sort of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of movie. Once again, good practical effects in this one, especially with the actors playing multiple roles. And in some of the gooey, bloody scenes too. Excellent horror film. The first of 3. I have the other 2 on Blu-ray. I've seen Pearl, which is the next in this series. I have Maxine as well. I have not watched Maxine yet. I will get to it. But that's the conclusion of this trilogy. But I loved X. I thought it was awesome and very unique in its own way. And Mia Goth is a badass in every movie she's in. I always enjoy her. She was also in Infinity Pool. If you haven't seen that yet, that is another excellent movie with a great cast and great special effects and cinematography. I told you we'd knock something over before the end of this show. Sorry, Mia. But let's put you back up. The only downside to this is this Jenna Ortega that everybody likes. I don't see it. I don't. It's not even a looks thing. I think she's a bland actress, and I guess she's like 30, but she plays roles that are that seem to be a lot younger. Like she's Wednesday, I guess. I've never watched Wednesday on Netflix. I'm not going to. I'm not big of a Addams Family fan, so I'll skip it. But I feel they could have gotten someone better for her role in this. And I get it. People like her. I'm just my opinion and what my preferences are. I think she's bland, and they could have found someone better. We'll take it out of the slipcover. X. Let's open it up. X Blu-ray. Now, I have this. I'm pretty sure I redeemed this digital copy already. So, there's 2 discs in here, actually. Let's see. We've got X, and we've got So this is obviously Blu-ray and a DVD, which I like that they release these. So if you don't have a Blu-ray player, but you eventually do get one, you have both copies. So kind of double the value. Excellent movie. If you've never seen it, check it out. Especially if you like slasher films, culty slasher films. I love any horror movie, slasher movie that takes place in Texas. And I'm pretty sure this Texas-based movie. We can't get it back in the slipcover, but let's save it for later. We don't need to deal with that now. Oh, this next one. Good God, did this give me nausea. It is called Fall. Now, if there was a movie to fall over, it would be this one. Excellent film. No, actually, I mean, okay movie. If you're afraid of heights like I am, absolutely horrified of heights. And this movie, I was drinking too when I watched it, so that didn't help. But two idiots climb up a radio tower, and they're stuck up there. A ladder falls, and that's pretty much the whole movie. There's some twists in it, so definitely give it a watch. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Negan, is in it, plays a small role. This one gave me some nausea. It really hit home because one of my biggest fears is not bugs or spiders or anything like that. It's heights. I don't like being up there. It's the whole don't look down thing. I take that to heart because it terrifies me. So I always look for movies where it really hits home. So this one, it is a good watch too. The actresses, I'm not too familiar with the two girls who are stuck. I know the one was in the 2018 Halloween movie, and I think her name is Judy. Not Judy. Virginia. I got her mixed up with the girl from Ozark. Virginia Gardner. She's an excellent actress too. And this movie, surprisingly, based on like the limited set, they're in, like a single location thriller. It's pretty well done. So well done that it almost made me vomit the night I watched it. I loved buying this Blu-ray too. If I know a movie's going to scare me, I'll get it on Blu-ray just for safekeeping. So let's take it out of the slipcover. Fall. Get rid of that glare and let's pop it open and take a nice look at the disc. And I definitely redeemed this one on digital. I have it in my digital movie account. And this is just a Blu-ray disc. We don't get the DVD combo with this one, but that's okay. Excellent film. Let's see what kind of special features we got. Audio commentary. There's a music video. Huh. And then Fall, the making of. And then a theatrical trailer. So some good value for this. Definitely an awesome movie, especially if you like to get into the subjects that actually scare you. And this one did a number on me. I'll never forget it. Moving on. Another one I can't get back in the slipcover. We'll do it later. Okay, now this one is this is a remake of a very controversial film from I believe it was the 70s when the original came out. I Spit on Your Grave. Look at that. Very graphic. Very graphic. So, not a family-friendly film by any means. And this is the unrated version. I haven't watched the unrated version. I've only watched... I think I rented it on Google one night. So, I can't imagine what the unrated version consists of. But the plot... A woman is brutally assaulted when she's away at her cabin in the woods. And she takes revenge. Big time. And it is not pretty. The original is very controversial. I'm sure this one's very controversial too because there's a lot of not so comfortable scenes in it. But you feel better for her towards the end of the movie once you see the shenanigans she gets up to. But yeah, be careful watching this one because it could really mess you up if you're not in the right headspace. But good practical effects. There's some really disgusting scenes that you'd only find in sort of a revenge porn kind of movie. Not revenge porn, but it's basically it's gnarly. It's gnarly. But I get the willies just thinking about it. Snuff film is what I was trying to say, not revenge porn. It's kind of snuffy in a way. It's kind of, you feel icky after watching it. There's the disc. I'm trying to straighten it out for you there. I spit on your grave. Sorry about the glare. I can't really imagine what the special features of this would be like. I don't want to see how it was made. Audio commentary. The Revenge of Jennifer Hills, remaking a cult icon. Teaser trailers, TV spots, wow. Theatrical trailers, a radio spot, and deleted scenes. Deleted scenes. This movie does not need any more scenes, so. And the tagline here, if you can handle it, see it. I think that says enough. So, not for the faint of heart, and very, very uncomfortable at some parts, so keep that in mind if you ever do decide to check it out. I'll keep the DVD just because it's kind of a very controversial movie, and it's part of cinema history. Not a good part of cinema history, and neither is the original, but we take the good, we take the bad. And that's all I have to say about I Spit on Your Grave. Oh. Talk about ones that hit home, still to this day. The Blair Witch Project. If you haven't heard of it, if you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Traumatized me big time. And it shouldn't have. Because if you've seen it, there's no monsters in it. And you don't really know what's happening, but at the same time, it is terrifying. I think her name was Heather. I think she's the lead. Excellent job towards the end with the snot and the crying and everything. She did an amazing job. She led this film for the budget that it had. The people that made this did an amazing job. I'm terrified. Even if I'm like on my porch and I look into the woods at night, it scares the living daylights out of me. I can't tell you what this film did to me. I was maybe 7 years old when I first saw it. I think that's when my mom and dad finally said, you can watch it. No blood and gore, no monsters. Pure psychological and audio and just the setting in the middle of the woods at night. All these sounds. Extremely well done for its time. Obviously, everybody in the world is making a found footage film these days. But I've always loved it. And again, just like the movie Fall, it really hit home and honed in on what I'm actually afraid of. And that's the woods. Going to the woods at night, camping and stuff, it's scary because it's pitch black. And that's these people camping and all the things that were happening to them, but you really didn't see anything. It really touched on something big time. And the whole found footage film kind of got really watered down over the years, and they really went against that motive. And now the found footage movies, they show all the monsters. So there's really not much mystery. And my mom and dad told me it was real. They said, this is 100% real. They found this camera in the woods, and this is what happened to these people. And I said, get out of here. And that scared me even more. But thank you, Mom and Dad, for showing me this at such a young age. It still scares the hell out of me to this day. But this is the Blu-ray. I believe I found it at a flea market. I think I have a DVD and a VHS copy of this, but let's pop it open, take a quick peek. Just your basic Blu-ray there. Blair Witch Project. Plenty of special features on this one. Discovered footage, theories of the Blair Witch. Director and producer commentary. Never before seen alternate endings. Curse of the Blair Witch. Oh, there's just a lot of lore and stuff. So tons of special features on this Blu-ray. This is an early Blu-ray too. One of the first Blu-rays produced. So if you haven't seen this, I don't know what you're waiting for. And I'm one of those guys where I know if it's going to scare me, I'll give it a watch. Because what else are you watching a horror movie for if you don't want to be scared? You're just a sicko? I don't know. But one of my favorites, and I'll cherish it. Now, my final one this evening, and I hadn't really watched this for the first time until maybe about 2 years ago, I bought the Blu-ray because I found it for maybe $3 or $4 on Amazon. You can get good Blu-ray deals on Amazon. Poltergeist, the original Poltergeist. I believe it was directed by Spielberg. Yeah. Kind of a horror comedy. I think that the behind the scenes stuff about this film are scarier than the actual film. It's a ghost movie. I'm explaining the plot if you haven't seen Poltergeist. But I thought this little girl who played the youngest daughter in the film did an amazing job. She was scary, she was cute, and then she was scary, and then she was cute, and that little voice coming through the TV when she disappears. Amazing. She did a tremendous job. And then it was so sad to, I read more about the film after I watched it to see that she did not make it much further in life after this. I believe she caught a very rare disease and passed away very young, maybe 7 or 8 years old. I know there's 2 or 3 of these. I haven't seen the sequel or the third one, if there is one. I think maybe the little girl was in the second one, and maybe by the time they made the third one, she had passed on. But just tragic. And there's so many theories behind this film. It's cursed, and I just like to accept. I think that little girl did a tremendous job. She's going to go down in horror film history. I consider her the lead of this film. Whenever, someone says Poltergeist, she pops into my head just because she had such an effect. Like I said, just being cute and then being terrifying all at the same time throughout the course of an hour and a half, however long the movie was. So, rest in peace to her. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but what a cutie pie. And I'm so sad that she did not stay with us longer because she did tremendous in this movie. But let's talk about the disc real fast. This is just basic Blu-ray, no DVD combo or anything like that, no digital copy. That's the back of it with all the details. Special features: new digital transfer from regenerated picture elements, soundtrack remastered in Dolby Digital. That's another thing about this movie. Any Spielberg movie, the score is amazing. They Are Here, the real world of Poltergeist revealed. Documentary in 2 parts, Science of the Spirits and Communing with the Dead. Like I said, it's a horror comedy, but a lot more behind the scenes stuff is what's scary about this film. And it holds up to this day. It scared me when I was watching it, and I was drinking too while I watched it. But let's take a look at the disc. It's your basic Blu-ray disc. A little bit of like ghostly artwork on there. Nothing too crazy, but she is our number 1 female today. Rest in peace, little one. We miss you. You did an amazing job with this. Keep on smiling up there in the great beyond. So that is my 10 female movies for today. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me ramble. It was a hot day here in Pittsburgh, so I'm going to maybe see what the wife wants to make for dinner. It might be difficult to fire up the oven tonight, but maybe we'll go grab some food somewhere. Get my mind off that wasted interview that went so well, but it was just going nowhere. So tomorrow's a new day, so we'll keep on trying. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it so much. Like and subscribe. Remember to join the Alliance. Take care, and we'll see you next time.